Kenyon, were you capable of what you're doing right now last year?
Was I capable of it last year?
Yeah.
Who knows? I've always had the belief that I'm capable. But who knows?
Kind of the question sort of getting at the playing time. I mean, it seems 3 games you played into the fourth quarter, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then USC. If you were playing 4 quarters all this year, no reason to believe that you wouldn't keep doing stuff like that, right?
Yeah, no reason not to. I mean, it's a long season. Who knows what could have happened over that period of time with that amount of carries or anything like that. But, I'm just happy to be where I'm at.
How big was the passing game success and being able
Huge. Anytime you can get the ball downfield, it opens up run lanes for running back. So our passing game was huge last Saturday.
LaMichael said that you guys look faster as an offense this year compared to the offense last year. Do you feel like you guys are moving at a quicker tempo?
That's a credit to Coach Rad and the work that we put in the offseason. He's gotten us to pick up the pace. Coach Kelly during the season has gotten us to pick it up. So I believe that we're slightly faster than what we were.
Does the what ifs get to you at all? If I'd played 4 quarters in every game this season? No? Do you have any idea of what your numbers would be, or does that not even matter?
No, it doesn't matter because they won't be my numbers at the end of the day. So it kind of doesn't matter at all.
The record, rushing record says one thing, but do you feel like that was your best game ever? Because watching it, the replay of it, it's like you made so many good decisions, and the blocking was so good, and you run physically and with speed. Was that your best game ever?
I still think my best game was our first Rose Bowl.
Which one?
Our first Rose Bowl. I still feel like that was my best game.
That was with punt returns and stuff.
Not really. They're not really comparable. They're 2 different games, 2 different performances.
Why was that your better game?
I just feel like it was.
because all-purpose-wise.
Yeah, all-purpose-wise. I did a lot more from different areas on the field.
What have you seen from Cal's defense that makes them a little bit more unique so far?
Just their front. They bring guys from everywhere. The linebackers are extremely physical and get involved in the run game fast, as well as their safety. So we're going to have to be on our toes as to where they're coming from and, constantly driving the ball.
You guys remember the game from 2 years ago? It was super bizarre from the offensive standpoint for you guys. What did they do then? Do you think they're going to do kind of the same thing this time?
I don't know. That was 2 years ago. Whether or not they'll do the same thing, who knows? But all we can worry about is what we do on offense, not worry about really what they bring into the game.
They're kind of a hurting unit a little bit. They have 3 wins, and quarterback's hurt. They're one of the best players in the conference. Their receiver is out. Is it almost like you got to be a little more wary of them because they're hurting?
Not so much just because of their hurting, but just because of who they are.
Yeah.
It's Cal. And every year we play them, it's a tough game. So just because they're Cal, you have to be on your toes about them.
How much does that exchange you had with Gary Campbell in the Washington State game stuck with you?
It stuck me throughout every game. Before every game, that's what I think about. We always talk. We hug on the sideline before. I just replay it in my head. I don't call me anything you want, but don't call me soft. He didn't call me soft, but in my own way, that's how I took it. So it stuck with me, and I'm glad that he did it.
So you're just doing your talking with the pads now, or are you still jawing at him a little bit about that?
Like Coach Campbell, nah. I give him a hard time about other stuff, but as a coach, you try and motivate the best way you know how, and he knows that's a way to get to me. So, it got to me, and it got me to where I am now.
I think maybe that was a strategic thing on his part. Is that part of what makes him a good coach?
I think so. Coach Cam is very into playing with your mind and getting you going the best way he knows how. And even LaMichael told me that he called him and was like, "How do I get him going? What bothers him?" So I know it was very strategic.
How do you kind of force yourself and get yourself to run with more physicality and be more physical?
Actually, I haven't had to really try to force myself to do it. Assisting it's kind of come naturally. It's not something that I've had to try to do. When I consider myself a smart runner. When I have to run physical, I do, and when I need to get out of bounds, I do. So it's not really a kind of I have to force myself.
Sure. Breaking tackles. Is it consider that an art form, or is it a science?
Breaking
Something you can learn?
Yeah. It's a mindset, and Coach Cam has helped me develop that mindset. Not going down on first contact, not going down on any contact, trying to fight through every tackle, but being smart about it at the same time.
It's the stuff you can set up after one play, or this linebacker's approaching you this way, or something
you watch
like
him on
that.
film, you see what you can take advantage of, you see whether or not a guy comes in, when he goes to make contact, he ducks his head or anything like that. You see if a guy's a reaching tackler, you see different things on film.
Yeah. Stiff arm part of your arsenal a little bit more, or is it?
It's something that we worked on, something I worked on in the offseason, trying to get stronger and better at doing.
Kenjon, after a performance like that, how much does that motivate you to try and do it again? You know,
I don't need that to motivate me. You know, I'm happy about that, but that was last week. You know, we're facing a completely different team, and it's a new day. We gotta let that go. That's in the past and focus on this week.
Kenjon, back to the game 2 years ago, what do you remember most about that game?
Just how close it was. You know, they did a great job. Of course, we could have did a lot better executing, but giving them all the credit in the world, they did a great job. It was just a close game.
How about that final drive where you guys ran out almost 9.5 minutes of the clock?
It's what we're capable of. You know, we're scoring offense, we go fast, but when we need to slow things down, we can as well.
How many different lids do you have?
It's a high number. Who knows?
Double digits, easy.
Yeah, easy.
Triple?
Close. Close.
We've talked about the Heisman the last couple of weeks, and now obviously a lot more people are talking about it. How real is that starting to feel? I know you've embraced it, but how real
It's
is
not
it?
real till you get there. For now, it's just talk. That's all it is for now.
You've sort
Tell
of
Michael about that.
The Heisman?
Do you think you might if it gets closer and becomes more real?
I mean, I don't know what there would be to talk about. You know, his experiences. Maybe ask him what it was like. You know, when that time comes. But for now, no.
you've admitted that sure everyone kind of wants to be in the spotlight when other people are in it. Now that you're in it, everyone wants your attention. Everyone wants to talk to you. What's it like? Or you know, you've sort of obviously been in it before, but not this intense. You know, you're on Dan Patrick. Everybody wants a piece of you.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, you know, I'm thankful for it because it could be the complete opposite. You know, where nobody wanted to talk to you. So I'm thankful for it.